There I am viewing the website, and I can now choose to edit this content, but there is no edit content link. Now I'm looking at an individual one. I could choose to edit the post.
I'm confused about, I mean, I don't really understand what full site editing means.
Well, all right. What do you think full site editing is?
I'm not sure I understand. I'm getting confused. With my site has a theme, let's say 2016, and then I can add pages or posts.
Yes.
And the style of those pages and posts are affected by the theme.
Yeah. You can't easily edit the theme, can you?
No.
If you want to change the theme.
I can't. But it's there again, the theme is not the content.
No.
What you're doing seems to be confusing content with theme. It's called full site editing. So
you end up with full site editing and the site editor, you can end up doing both. And this can lead to confusion, but it also enables you to build the site content or attempt to build the site content whilst changing the look and feel of it, as well as maybe changing the content.
That seems confusing to me.
Was I added an image as a featured image to an existing post, and lo and behold, that was going to save it as that. Now I'm I'm just viewing the post or viewing the posts. I can choose to go and edit the post. And then I could have edited the featured image using the normal method, wherever it is, of down here. Now, my theme hasn't yet been told it can do featured images. Therefore, I don't have the capability of doing that. But if I go into full site editing, it doesn't know that, and therefore I can. Just give that a go. So there's the featured image. I'm going to go to Media Library, because we've chosen it, pick Fuzzy Duck, put him in there, and I was going to save him, and it says you're now saving the post which is called Full Site Editing Is. So I will save it this time, and then we'll go and visit the website and find that I have a featured image and I have the post content, and that's what I expected to have. Now,
is that featured image of a bear investigating a galvanized bucket? Is that part of your post, or is that part of your site?
That's part of my post, but here we've got another post, and this collection of animals is the featured image for this particular post. Now,
if you want a featured image, say you wanted a full banner image above that, which is part of the site.
Okay, so let's go and do that then, shall we? Right, so I want to edit the site, and I want to put a banner image in the site. What I will actually do is I'll just put a header into the site. We haven't got one of those yet. And this is where we're going to have the challenging problem. It's not going to go in the right place. So I will actually do it the without thinking about it method, and I will choose a heading. Now, I don't mean a heading, and I don't mean header. I mean a template part I've already created called header. So here we have a template part has now appeared down at the bottom somewhere. Don't need that anymore, thank you. Go away. And now I'm going to choose an existing template part, and I have a choice of header and footer, and for some reason they've decided to put the label of it below it rather than above. I don't know how you're supposed to know that. And here's my header, and lo and behold, my header seems to have gone below my content, so I'll move it up, and there is my header. Now, do we want me to put a banner image in there, or is that good enough to show that it now appears on all of the content?
Why am I seeing that bare?
You're seeing that bare because the site is showing me what the index.html or index page looks like, and that site is running a query, and so it's dynamically showing you in there, in the same way the customizer shows you the content in some way. It's dynamically showing you the, thank you very much, the output that the query is producing. I've only got one query in this page, and it's just showing the query for the latest posts. A bit later on, I could put in a query showing the latest posts in a particular category, and I could build my page up like that. Now, it's not a very good idea to do that on the generalized page index, but if it was on the front page, then that's where I would want to start constructing things which aren't as standard as part of the normal post or page. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, possibly it does make sense, you know.
Right. So I'm going to save that, and it's saying I'm now saving index, which is the template. I'm not actually changing any of the content. Right. Again, we're going to go and visit it. So now we have the header, which contains the site title, tagline, and the menu. We have my posts. If I go and click on the contact link, which is in the navigation thing menu, then it should take me to the single contact page, which contains some other bits. And there's no featured image. It's got the header in there. And if I go to the blog, that's going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. It's because it's the blog page now. Now I'm not using that because I'm using on home, so I don't need that link anymore. All right, shall I bung a footer in now? Yes.
Yes.
So I haven't written any CSS. I've just clicked on a few things, and I've started constructing a website where I haven't had to go and choose a theme to do these things. I've just been able to do all myself. So I'm going to choose another template part, a Blue Peter template part, which I created earlier.
I wouldn't be too proud of it at the moment because it's pretty ugly, isn't it?
It is pretty ugly, yes, because there's no styling whatsoever. Don't trust me to do any styling. Right, and here we can see this is also pretty ugly in a number of respects, not only because it contains these weird, wonderful things I didn't expect, but also because it's got a black background, and if I was actually to try to put something in there, I wouldn't be able to see it.
Is this a default footer or have you created this footer?
So, is it a what?
A default footer or have you created this?
No, this is a template which I created yesterday, which consists of a group, and that group consists of.
So when you do full site editing, are there any default templates or not?
Well,
Break them all.
that will be what happens when the theme developer delivers it. If you happen to go and choose the theme I've already built.
No, I'm talking about full site editing when you start from scratch.
Well, let's go and have a look, right? So this is my fizzy theme being displayed on blocks.wp-a to z, and it is displaying some content, and it's displaying some themes. And my theme is called Fizzy, and it's in here, and I have created some templates, and I've already got 19 templates in there. to display different types of content. So we're just currently working on index, and this theme consists of a header, breadcrumbs, query, search, page footer, footer, and footer menu. And these are all different template parts, like the header and footer we have in the simple theme, of which I've got 32. So yes, there's lots of default content in here which I can choose from in order to structure
you've made all these.
a page. So I've created all these things and I've delivered them as part of the theme. If you go and pick another one of those themes from the WordPress theme directory or from theme experiments, depending on where they are, Hansen and Q and TT1 blocks are already in WordPress.org, so you can go and download those and start playing with them, and then you'll find out that they have templates and template parts themselves. So the Q theme has a 404 page, but it doesn't have, and it has a single page for displaying a single blog post or page. It doesn't have a category template. It doesn't have an archive template. It just uses index.html to achieve the same thing. And it has just two template parts, the header and the footer, and they're very simple. Does that make sense? Another one of the themes called Hansen, this one here, has some template parts, and there's one called product content, which actually uses a shortcode to display a WooCommerce product. So you could choose that one to put that into somewhere in your theme as you're constructing it. So yes, you can have template parts that will be provided by the theme. Another thing that the theme or a plugin might provide, or maybe provided by WordPress.org itself, is a thing called a pattern. And if we
let me stop you right there, Herb. Can I get this right? What full site editing hasn't been created for everybody. It's been created so that people like you, perhaps, can build themes for other people.
No, it has been created for everybody, but people will use it in different ways. So it has to be flexible enough to be used by somebody who wants to do it yourself. It also has to be flexible enough for somebody to use a theme that's been delivered by a professional theme developer. And it's also for...
Would you see it more?
Which?
I mean, at the moment, I'm sort of thinking it's more for people who want to be professional or amateur theme developers, and it's not expected particularly. I mean, you can do it yourself.
Well, it might start, once it gets to a certain stage, it might start taking away some of the things that theme developers had to do in order to provide functionality that you could get from Customizer. So if you go into one of those premium themes, you might find there's 6 different headers to choose from, but you can't change. You can either choose one of those headers or that's it. But if you say, well, just construct your own header, then you don't have to, you're not limited by what the theme is going to offer you. And you're going to use exactly the same tool each time when you're trying to build your theme or website or different website. This bit over here, the global styles and the ability to style each individual block will become something that the users will either love because it makes it so flexible, or the agencies will hate because the users make their site look so ugly. So we go back to, the thing that you can insert into your content is a pattern as well. So I've already got some templates I've created. Let's say I wanted to actually use a pattern I got from somewhere else. So Here, it's magically decided that the pattern now actually consists of a real featured image of the most recent post, which is another surprise. Let's choose a pattern of gallery. So I want to have two images side by side. If I choose this one, let's see if I can drag and drop it. I was able to drag and drop it into place, and I've now got this pattern in here. Now I could go and edit that pattern, then I could actually save that as a template. Or template part. And that's now part of the index page. I've also changed the footer for some reason because I wrote some stuff which we won't be able to see down here. And if we go and visit the site, if we go and visit the right site, we'll see that pattern's now being used in the theme as well. So it's now become a template. So somebody else has provided some content which I can now use and make it part of my theme. I haven't had to write any PHP to do it. It's just there as part of the theme.